Hi, everybody. Before we get to another great interview, please do us a favor and subscribe. That would really help us out. Now, let's get to that interview. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Too Opinionated. I'm so excited today. I've got actress Hannah Cheramy with me. So, welcome, Hannah.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Are you smiling because I got the name right?
I am. I'm very happy. It's a once in a lifetime kind of thing.
Because usually I get the wince, like, that's not quite it.
Sometimes it's like you don't want to correct people, but it's just like you just roll with it sometimes.
No, it's your name. You should correct people. Yeah. I think it's a very Hollywood sounding name.
Cheramy.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see that.
Kind of like old time, glamorous Hollywood.
Yeah, it's very French. It actually means it's like spelled differently, but I don't speak French, but I was told that it means dear friend in French.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently my name in French means wall.
Imagine that.
Oh, no. Well, thank you so much for being on the podcast. I'm absolutely loving the show. So we have to talk about that. But before we do, tell me a little bit about what got you into acting, because I know you started at a young age. What made you want to become an entertainer?
I mean, I was just like kind of like any other kid watching Hannah Montana on TV and stuff, Shake It Up, all those Disney Channel shows. I was just I was in love with them, and I was like, I want to be Hannah Montana, kind of because we had the same name. So I was like, that could be me.
Could be you.
Yeah. So
you kind of grew up. It was like a golden age of Disney shows. There was a bunch of them when around the time you were growing up.
Yeah, so I caught like a lot of the reruns, like That's So Raven and like Corey in the House, like those kind of things were like reruns for me, but I still grew up watching all of them, so I got the goods.
Yeah, it still counts because as far as you know, brand new.
Yeah, for sure.
That's pretty great. That's pretty great. So did you have time to do any acting in school, or did you just kind of go right into it?
I mean, like we did little plays and stuff when I was in like elementary school. So like grade 5, grade 6. So we did like little things here and there. And then I was a theater kid in high school. So I was doing all the stage stuff there. But I started acting when I was 11. So
yeah, you were so young. How did that work in high school? Did they still make you try out, or were they like, you know what you're doing?
No, I still had to try out. Oh yeah, I had to try out. I mean, like I was in drama and stuff. So like when we do plays and stuff, like I was at the same level as everybody else. Cause everybody who's there just loves doing what they're doing. So everyone's good at it,
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Do you sing? Were you doing any musicals?
Oh yeah, we were doing musicals. I love to sing. I'm not like some jaw-dropping singer, but I mean, I love to sing. So yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that's pretty great. So when you started at 11, did you start in like film and TV, or were you still doing theater at that age?
It wasn't like professional theater. It was just like little things within my school. So I guess I was still doing theater while I was auditioning and for like actual like film and TV and stuff as well. So it was kind of fun to have like the best of both worlds there.
That's pretty great. What was your first paying job?
My first job was a commercial, and it was a milk commercial. It's for the dairy farmers of Canada.
I didn't know there was dairy farmers of Canada, but I suppose there should be.
Oh yeah, it was awesome. It was like I played like this little 70s girl, and it was fun. I got to hang upside down on a couch. It was great.
Oh, very nice. Did you have bell bottoms?
I did. Yes, I did. And my wardrobe fitting, I was just like, my parents were taking pictures. They're like, I used to wear that. That was great.
Yeah, that's pretty great. Did they let you keep the outfit?
No, I do still wear bell bottoms though. I have jeans that are bell bottoms, but
you've got the right hair for bell bottoms, I think.
Yeah, I guess I got that like long 70s look.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, bell bottoms are coming back.
They are. Everything recycles eventually.
I know. I'm very happy with it because like in the 70s, I was like, these clothes are terrible. when I was growing up. But now looking back, I'm like, those were pretty good clothes.
They knew what they were doing.
I'm really happy they're coming back because they were just all the collars and, the weird designs, the shirts were very comfortable and flowy. And then you had the bell bottoms.
Yeah. I see the ones like nowadays are more like glamorized version, definitely like what they were actually wearing. It wasn't like exactly what it was. It's more of like a 2020 version of what
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
You got to have some advances.
Yeah.
It's a throwback though.
Yeah, exactly.
What was your first role? Was it in TV? Was it a movie? What was it?
My first role, I guess, was it was a independent horror film. So it was a movie. It was called The Hollow Child, and it was awesome. It was just like the best experience.
That movie was so scary.
You saw it?
Yes. I wrote it down because I knew I'd forget the name. Olivia. You were Olivia in that movie.
Yes, I was. It was awesome.
I'm a chicken, but I'm pretty sure that movie was scary.
Yeah.
Like I think everybody thought that.
Oh yeah, I remember when I was doing like ADR, so like sound recording afterwards, and they didn't tell me that there was like a jump scare in the scene that I was in, and I was sitting on my little stool, and then they played the scene, and I literally like screamed, and I was like falling back out of my chair, and I was like, all right, this is some scary stuff.
Pretty scary because I'm such a chicken, so I have my eyes closed for parts of it. Yeah. That was a good movie.
Thank you. Yeah.
How did your parents handle you being so young in a horror movie?
I mean, like, you'd think that it'd be a lot worse than it actually is, but when you're actually on set, it's not like, since I was the scary one, like I'm not going to be scared of myself. So it's kind of like, like there is some gory stuff that I had to see, but you can see the person, know that they're still a real person, and it's not as scary as it's all cracked out to be. Yeah,
I guess that's true. I guess I'm just a chicken. Like I would, like, even if I was the scary one, I would be scared of myself. I'd watch it and I'd still be scared.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I had like the full face prosthetics going on in that movie, and I would look in the mirror and I'd be like, yeah, this is pretty freaky.
So it seems like you pop up in a lot of different things that I really enjoyed. Like you played Anne Hathaway's like younger self in Colossal, right? Yeah. I thought you were really good in that. That's kind of a comic book type of movie, so I was a big fan of that one. But I thought you were great in that.
Thank you. Yeah, that one was so cool. I didn't actually get to meet Anne Hathaway, but I remember seeing her from a distance, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's Anne Hathaway!"
I think that if that should be written in. If you get a role in a movie where you're playing a young Anne Hathaway, it should be written in the contract that you get a meet.
I don't think I have the authority for that one yet.
I'm gonna work on that.
Yeah.
I've got this plan that my way to break into Hollywood is I'm going to be the guy that negotiates all the nonsense stuff. So once you have the job, I don't have anything to do with that, but once you have it, I'll go in, I'll be like, she's going to need 2 sets of bell bottoms and get to meet Anne Hathaway.
All right.
That type of stuff.
Sounds like a good paying job.
Yeah, that's the problem, is I can't figure out how I'm going to get paid for what I'm doing. Maybe I'll get some bell bottoms.
Yeah, exactly. You'll get brand deals and sponsorships.
Yeah. I don't know. There's something there though. I'm still fine tuning.
All right. You let me know.
Okay. I'm going to. So I was late to the party, but love Van Helsing.
Yeah.
And you were kind of, I mean, you started out very sweet, but you got scary at one point.
I did. I didn't even know that I was going to get scary. When I got the part, I started off and I was just the girl's daughter. And then at the end, they want me back and they're like, you're going to be a vampire. And I was like, all right.
I mean, that's pretty awesome. Like, that's the one you could go to school and have a little bit of cred. Like you're playing a vampire on TV.
People in my school watched it and they'd be like, you were freaky. And I was like, thank you. I guess that's a compliment.
You've had such a sad end though.
Yeah.
I didn't like that because, you were expecting that show. I love it. But like, it's difficult. It's like tough to watch because there's not a lot of good things happening. It's just like continual bad.
all the time. No one ever experiences happiness. It's just always bad.
Because I was expecting Vanessa to save you.
I was too.
No.
No.
I guess I should say spoilers, but that's been out for a little while.
Yeah, it's been out for a while.
Yeah.
We won't tell you how Dylan meets her.
That's right.
Good.
I'll just say it's sad.
Yes, definitely.
And I will say a little misleading.
How so?
Well, because you get the sense that everything's going to be okay for a second.
Mm-hmm. That's
and
true.
Then no.
No. But see, that's like a little bit of like foreshadowing. You're like, why are these people happy? They're not allowed to be happy. There we go. That's why they're happy.
No, and I'll tell you when I was watching the episode, I was running on a treadmill. So I'm running on a treadmill, watching this episode, and I'm sure the people in the gym were impressed with me going, come on.
Was it a good pace to run to? Like, I'm very curious.
It's a really good show for me. It's a really good show to run to because there's a lot of action.
Mm-hmm.
So, kind of gets the blood pumping a little bit. There's some scares, which for me, not quite as scary if I'm already running. I feel like I can get away. So that's good. And the dialogue is good enough that you can keep up. So I don't know. I would recommend it as a jogging show to watch.
All right. Maybe I'll look into that. I've definitely done that before, like put on shows and gone jogging and like pictured I'm in that thing and doing what they're doing.
I have to distract myself.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't like I'm not a good outside runner because I don't know. I can't, even with like a headphones in, I can't distract myself enough. I need something to watch.
Yeah. Yeah. Or like even with music and stuff, like I like to have something going in front of me, and I just don't really like, even if I do hills on a treadmill, I don't want to do actual hills in real life. For some reason, those seem way worse.
They are. People will tell you it's easier to run outside. It is not.
Absolutely not.
I don't believe that for a second.
No, lying.
So did you do sports growing up?
I did. I grew up playing soccer, and then I switched to dance about the same time that I started acting.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Like, did you do all the dance? Was it something where you did all the different kinds of dance, or did you specialize in one kind of dance?
I mean, like I had my favorite kind of dance. So like my favorite was like musical theater and like jazz, but I dipped my toes in like every sort of different style within my school and within my dance company as well.
Were you doing competitions?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My oldest was a dancer, so she did dance from like 2 to all through high school. Oh, yeah. So we spent a lot of weekends at the dance competitions, which were like exhausting, but kind of great when she was up on stage.
Oh yeah, exactly. It just they're very long days, like 6 a.m. start, 8 o'clock finish, dancing the whole day. It's like it's a lot to get through, and it's actually competition season right now. So like my fellow dancing friends they're all
very nice. Can you still do some of the dances?
I'd say so. I've definitely lost a bit of my mojo since it's been like a year, but I've been like stretching recently, just being like, I can't lose any flexibility.
There's still songs that come on that she danced to, and in my head, that's what I see when I hear the song. I'm like, I can still see. The dance. I can't dance, but if I could probably do the moves because I see all of them in my head.
Oh yeah. I know my dad, like he's a total dance dad. He had no idea what was going on in dance, but then like he'd come to me after competitions and be like, so when you were in the diamond formation, I noticed that the line shaping and I like, he's giving me critiques and like giving me like stuff like that. And I'm like, thank you, Dad. All right. I'll take that.
I'll keep that in mind for next time.
Yeah.
I think the parent that's not good at whatever activity you're doing, that's the fun one because they're trying to figure it out.
Oh yeah, he was so into it. He has like the big truck, so he would take all of our props to competition and stuff, and then at one of our recitals, like they called him up to stage and like they were giving all the moms like flowers, and then there's my dad, and they called him up and gave him a little thing of flowers, and he was like, thanks.
I love that.
Yeah, he loved it.
That's pretty good. What position did you play in soccer?
See, I wasn't that good at soccer, so they kind of just stick me wherever.
They just throw you out there.
Oh yeah, exactly. See, if you were watching a game of soccer, I would be off on the side making daisy chains with the
flowers. Yeah, I know you. I have seen you play.
I love the game, but I wasn't that good at it.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't your thing. It wasn't your creative outlet.
No, definitely not. I guess I'm just more of an artistic person.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you artistic in other ways? I mean, do you play an instrument? Do you paint? Anything like that?
I love to paint whenever like the opportunity presents itself, or like sometimes I'll just see something online and I'll be like, I'm going to do that craft today. I need to go right now to the dollar store and I need to get the supplies. Like sometimes I'll just get like spurs of just like creative genius. And then other days I'm just like, no, I don't want to do anything.
Well, that's what painting's for. You do it when you're inspired.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you kept any of the paintings?
Yeah. I have a painting right there, I guess.
Oh, you got one hanging up.
I do. I guess I can show you.
Here, yeah, let's see it.
I did this like quite a few
really
years
good.
Ago. I probably did that when I was like 14, I'd say.
Yeah, that's really good.
Just little things like that.
Yeah. I have no creative bones in my body, but I can appreciate when somebody's good at it. That was really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was really good. That beats the stick figures that I would have drawn.
Oh, I still draw stick figures.
I know. My wife paints, so I've got a little bit of an appreciation,
all right,
for it. Like I learned, like anytime that I think she's finished, she's nowhere close to being done. I'll be like, "That's really good," and she's like, "I'm just getting started," and she just keeps layering on top of it, and by the end of it, it's so much better. And I can't see any of that. I'm looking the whole time, and it looks good.
What does she like to paint? Like, what's her style?
So she jumps around a little bit, but she's doing oil paintings right now. That's her medium, I guess.
Yeah.
But she's it's mostly abstract, but now she's trying to do like people or places, but still abstract.
Okay. So sort of like surrealism type of thing.
Okay. See, that's actually a pretty good explanation for the way she does it, but I never would have came up with that on my own.
I'm not sure that's the word. That's just what it like.
No, I think that is at least similar to what and she moves around. Like she just got back from Mexico City, so she's been doing some sugar skulls and nice. some of that. But yeah, I don't know. It calms me to watch her paint.
Oh yeah, it's very relaxing. My aunt paints, and I could just sit there and watch her do it all the time.
Yeah, I'm just like I don't know. I wish. See, all I got creative wise was this podcast, which has been great. But I would love to be able to create. So
this is creating. This is very creative. I couldn't do a podcast, so
yes, you could. Yes, you could. I'll tell you the great thing about the great thing about podcasting is anyone can do it. But the bad thing about podcasting is anyone can do it. And it's so you end up you get a lot of people that aren't really putting any effort or time into it. And then it gets kind of a bad rap because people are like, I don't want to fool with a podcast. There's a million of them out there.
Yeah. It's a very common thing. Like even my friends and I have sat down and like had a funny conversation and been like, we're so funny. We should start a podcast. It's like no one would listen to it.
I don't know that it matters though. If you like it, you can save the conversation. That's got some value, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm more into crime podcasts. That's my kind of thing. I love listening to.
Everybody loves those now.
They're my
Did you watch the show? Martin Short and Steve Martin, and they did the Hulu show, Murder in the Building.
I don't think I have.
Oh, you need to look that one up. And it's got it's got It's an ex-Disney girl. She was on Witches of Waverly Place.
Selena Gomez?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a really strange combination because it's her and Steve Martin and Martin Short, and they're in a building and they're solving a murder together.
I haven't seen it, but I think I've heard of that because I think I saw Selena doing something like that online.
Yeah, it's really good. You should check it out because they're solving a murder, but they're doing it like each episode is like an episode of their podcast.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll look it up. Thank you for the recommendation.
All right, so we have to talk about From, because this is like my favorite show right now. Absolutely. I'm so excited about it because like I started watching it at first because it seemed kind of lost, like, it had some lost elements. So I was like, I'm going to check this out. And then it was scary, but not like so scary I couldn't stand to watch it. And it's a mystery.
Definitely. Oh my gosh. If you get one answer, you got 3 more questions. That's what I love.
It's one of those that has everybody talking about it, trying to figure out what the heck is going on.
Mm-hmm. I see all this stuff online. I'm obsessed with reading it all.
I know. Do you know what's going on?
No. So John Griffin, the writer, he does not tell you anything that your character doesn't know. So I'm literally in the dark as much as everybody. So when I'm reading all these theories, I'm like, that makes sense. I think that's it. Like I have no clue.
Yeah, I had Chloe came on last week.
Oh.
Yeah, and she was terrific. But she said the same thing. She's like, I have no idea what's going on.
No, all of us get together. Like I send Pega Gafuri plays Fatima. Like I send her all the theories and stuff. I'm like, this could be it, Do
you have a theory that you like, but you're pretty sure that's not right?
I mean, like, I don't even know what could not be right, like there's just so many people like, and they have all this proof to back it up that I'm just like, I mean, I can't even deny that. I think right now, like the biggest thing is aliens. That's what I'm seeing online right now. I'm seeing aliens, days. I'm seeing the Wendigo, like, and all these things. And they're bringing up all this like lore. And I'm just like, yeah, that makes sense to me.
I know where do they come up with all the background? Because it's really good. Like I would never come up with that.
Oh, I know. They write like so much. And I sit there and I read it all.
Yeah. I thought the Wendigo was kind of a neat possibility, kind of backstory type of thing. And I've seen the alien stuff. I've seen early on there was a lot of the purgatory type of stuff. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of died down a little bit. That was more first couple of
episode 5 or something like that. Yeah. Episode 6. Yeah. Yeah.
And we're almost to the end, right? So last night was like the episode before the finale, right?
Yeah. So on the app, last night was episode 9. And then on the channel, it was episode 7. So depending on where you're watching it, next week, or like 3 weeks from now, could be the finale.
Okay. So I'm watching on the app, but I haven't seen last night's episode yet. So I'm through episode 8.
All right. I love episode 8. Yeah. Episode 9 is great too.
I know I'm watching it tonight. I'm very excited.
Yay. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, I still haven't even seen episode 10 yet. So I'm every day I'm just like waiting till I can see it.
Do you watch yourself when you act in something? Do you watch yourself?
I do. I mean, I cringe a little bit at myself. Yeah. I still watch it because I just genuinely enjoy the show. So I watch it.
It's a great show. It's a really good idea. I'm like, I don't know how people come up with that type of thing, but it's really well done. And the acting is so good.
Oh my gosh. Everyone is, because you're not in scenes with some of the people, so you don't know. So then when you actually go back to watch it, you're just blown away by these people that are like, you're so close to that you haven't even seen do their job. It's amazing.
Yeah. Well, you and Harold, of course, were the two that I knew. So when I saw the promos, I was like, okay, I loved her on Van Helsing and I loved him on Lost. So I'm going to check it out.
Awesome.
And then, And you're
I can't even.
Gosh, he's so good.
My mom is just like, we're sitting there like crying together. We're like, how is he so good? Like he's just amazing.
So good. And his backstory is very sad.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I felt so bad for people like when they were talking about his wife and stuff and making guesses. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be so much sadder than anything you could have imagined.
It's awful. Yeah. Awful. But in a really great storytelling way.
100%. Yeah.
So your character, such a brat the first episode.
I know. That girl needs a little.
But she's gotten better as the seasons went on. I mean, she's you kind of figure out she's not really a brat. She's upset with the way her parents are handling, the death of a sibling.
Yeah.
Or a child for them, I guess.
Yeah.
So you kind of understand where she's coming from a little bit.
Yeah. She seems like at the beginning, before the backstory, she definitely seems like stereotypical moody teenager brooding in the corner, but it's like once you actually realize the gravity of the situation and like what has happened to them before, you really understand. You can sort of sympathize with her more and understand, oh, that's why she's like that.
That's why. And you do such a great job kind of bringing that character to life, because I think you do. You at times are like not liking the character. Sometimes you feel sorry for her. Sometimes you empathize with her. And I think you do a really good job. Like when she moved into the house, you did a really good job showing the conflict that was going inside of her because she was away from her parents. Like she made that decision, but it wasn't just cut and dried. She was at times going, oh, I've made the wrong choice.
Oh yeah. I mean, she loves her family. Like that's the thing, but she just wanted to find just a sense of happiness and a sense of belonging. And so when she comes there and she realizes this isn't exactly all it's cracked out to be, she just still has so much love for her family that it's like, but there's just so much conflict with the family also that it's just, she's got a lot going on.
I know. I got worried about her when they had the big house invasion. I got worried. But
oh yeah.
She slipped out.
Yes. Thank you, Victor.
I know. And Victor does such a great job too.
Oh my gosh.
He's so creepy, but you can tell it's all coming from all this stuff that's happened to him.
Mm-hmm. Scott McCord, every time I was in a scene with him, it was unreal. The way he gets into character. I remember so clearly when we were filming a scene for episode 7, it was a night shoot scene. And he was just there and he does this thing to get into character where he goes like, no. And he was like and I could literally see him transform. And I was like, oh my God, that is unreal. Like it was amazing.
Yeah, that's really interesting because I mean, it would be difficult to get into that character, because he's playing him a little over the top, and it's kind of, it's weird because he's like, it's a little over the top, but it's also like, you feel like he's holding all this stuff back. He could just explode at any minute.
Oh, 100%. I mean, he's got like all the history with him. He's been there the longest. He knows stuff and he's carrying it all with him and all the trauma of the town. Like he just has to keep it in there and everyone writes him off as, oh, creepy old Victor. But it's like creepy old Victor knows what's going on.
He knows. Yeah. He's out there, that episode, he's out there digging the graves. Oh my gosh.
So scary.
Just getting ready.
Just going to start this time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good. Do you have like a trick to getting into a particular role or for like an emotional scene? Do you have something that you do to prepare?
I mean, for emotional scenes, I guess, it's just whenever I'm on set, I'm always like loud and bubbly and talking to everyone. So I guess for emotional scenes, just kind of cut back on that, kind of just stick to myself or stick to a very small amount of people, just sort of like try to tap into like what Julie's actually going through and stuff. So it can get really upsetting sometimes because, sometimes you come home and you're taking the day with you and you're like, oh God, that was a lot today, but it's like, it's all part of the job. And it's what makes the show so awesome because everybody has their moments where they get to do that.
Yeah, that was my next question was when you have those really emotional scenes, is it hard to get back out of them? Does it linger a little while?
Sometimes it definitely does. Sometimes you go home and everything's good. Sometimes you go home and it's for the next few days. You're still feeling like emotionally drained. It's however your body reacts to it, I guess.
Yeah. Are we going to get a season 2? We have to, don't we?
I don't know. I mean, I sure hope so. I hope everybody wants season 2.
Everybody does. I'm going to speak for all of them. It's so good. We have to have a season 2. There's more mysteries to uncover.
That would be awesome. There are definitely many mysteries that need to be unraveled. So
yeah, I think so too. You know, this show would actually make a pretty good podcast.
Really?
Yeah, I think so, because you could do it like more like a old time radio drama. I think it'd be a good one if you had the same cast and you're just doing it, you know, where you're listening instead of watching. I think it would play pretty well.
Okay.
I don't know if that means anything.
Season 2 is just a podcast.
It's just a podcast. I'm just throwing that out there. Yeah, just in case somebody makes a bad decision, maybe we can bring it back.
All ideas are appreciated.
That's right. I was going to say there's no bad ideas, but there absolutely are.
There definitely are.
Yeah, there are definitely some bad ideas. Were you in a show called October Road?
I was in a movie called October Kiss.
October Kiss. Okay. So there was a show called October Road, but now I know exactly the one you were in. October Kiss was the movie. Because in my head, I was like, it's October something, but the only thing I come up with was October Road. So yes, October Kiss. What was your role in October Kiss?
I was the daughter. It was Zoe, and it was the daughter of just the main guy, and then the nanny comes in, and she's got to take care.
That's right.
Dad's.
That's right. And you were fairly young in that one.
Yeah, I think I was like 12 or 13 in that one. I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that seems like forever ago. It hadn't been that long ago, but
I guess not actually, but it feels like I've lived.
Well, when you add in 2020 and 2021, that's like 5 years right there.
Oh yeah, that's just like a whole lifetime.
Yeah. No, you were really good in that movie. I just couldn't. In my head, it was getting all twisted up with October Sky, which was also a good, or October Road was a good show.
Getting all these recommendations, like I'm going to leave here. I got to look.
I know you're going to leave here and
I got to look
check all this check all this stuff up or out. Did you or do you have a show that you're currently watching that you're binging?
My mom and I are watching season 2 of Bridgerton. Very slow.
Oh yeah, it just came out.
Yes. We're only on like episode 2, so like we gotta pick up the pace.
You gotta pick up the pace. Is it as good so far as the first season?
I would say so. Yeah. I mean, my favorite character from the first season is pretty much like the main character of this season. So like no complaints.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. So, and I loved like the new additions to the cast. I mean, they're really awesome. And so I really,
that was kind of what I was getting at, because they added a bunch of people.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's what you got to do, right? Like for shows with multiple seasons, you got to add in new people to keep the drama going. Yep.
Perhaps you need a weird podcasting guy on for season 2.
Oh my gosh.
Hmm?
Would you be Town or would you be Colony House?
Oh, I think I want to say Colony House, but I think I'd have to be Town.
Yeah.
I think I'd have to be Town.
It's practical. You know what? They're sensible, they're smart, you know.
That's it. You know, I'd be in the house like obsessing over making sure windows and stuff were locked and nailed down. Well, plus now that you have this little trick where you can be in the house and close off a room in the house with the little idols, you know, you could set up little safe rooms and stuff within the house.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, that was when I read that in the script that you could do that. I was like, hey, maybe Colony House isn't so bad after all. That's
right. Because you could do a room inside the house and still be safe.
Yeah. Or in the
Wouldn't you just board the windows up though? Why aren't they boarding the windows up?
I don't know. I feel like because in the Colony House, they're such a family and they've built this trust together that I feel like they have this sort of unspoken rule that's like, no one's going to do that. Like we all love each other. We all trust each other. And then it takes one idiot to be
one lonely guy.
One lonely guy. Fall in love with a monster.
Yeah, boy, he did.
Oh, he did.
And I thought it was going to turn out differently for a little while, because he had the scene where she was in the room, but she hadn't killed him, and it looked like they were getting along. And then it cut away, and I was like, oh, maybe he's going to come out of this. And then you come back and no.
Nope. Too good to be true.
So how did this role come about? You know, did you know what you were getting into when you auditioned, or was it, you kind of figured it out later?
Not really, honestly. I mean, I just got like the thing you see on Wikipedia, like the show breakdown. I got the character breakdown, and I think in the character breakdown it just says like she enjoys tormenting her little brother. So when I did my first audition, oh my gosh, Julie was evil. I don't know, when I was doing that, I did a little crow scene. I was like literally evil. And then when I got the call back with Jack, he was like, you're not evil. Like, he's just your brother. You're just messing with him. And I was like, oh, okay, I can do that.
You had to dial it back a little bit.
Yeah, I was like, let's pump the brakes.
You've had quite a bit of experience playing evil, coming in. So it's understandable.
I love horror.
Is there a genre that you haven't done though that you would like to try?
I guess I haven't really done like for myself like a drama piece, like that's strictly drama. You know what I love? What I would love to do? A period piece. And everybody who is in period pieces are like, oh my gosh, they're so difficult with all the costumes. But I'm like, I want to do a period piece. That would be so fun.
See, that's when you would need me to come in and negotiate so you could keep some of the costumes.
Yes, there you go. I could keep some of the corsets and the skirts and stuff.
Yes. Yeah, I love that. Are you watching A Gilded Age or The Gilded Age?
No, I don't know what
So it's on HBO, and it's very it takes place in New York, but it's very Downton Abbey-ish, but in New York. So it's a period piece. Yeah. It's a period piece. Very good. Very good. A lot of recognizable people in it.
Awesome. I know that Epix, just previously to Making From, they produced Chapelwaite, which was also a period piece about vampires.
Love Chapelwaite.
Yeah?
Yeah, and we were lucky enough to have some of that cast on, and it's very similar in, the way they kind of talked about the show. It was a mystery. You're trying to figure out what's going on. The writing's really good, and, none of the cast knew what was coming until it happened. Yeah, really good show. Epix is doing some good things.
Yeah. I know that the girl from, I forget her name, the actress's name. She was in Schitt's Creek, was in it. And I remember seeing her and being like, oh my gosh, I love Schitt's Creek.
Yes. And, you're so used to seeing her on Schitt's Creek. You're like, I don't know if that's going to work. She's really good.
She's awesome. Yeah. I mean, everybody in that show, like, Epix knows how to pick their actors, man.
Yes. They're really good too about mixing like experienced actors with people that's like their first roles. I think they do a good job with that, and they make good choices.
Yeah, an awesome blend.
Yeah. Go Epix.
Go Epix.
All right, so I know we got to wrap up, but do you write, or do you have any aspirations to direct anything, on the other side of the camera?
Oh, I actually hadn't really thought about that. Probably not in like a producer kind of place, but I've always been interested in like set design. Like, I always think that's so cool with like how they build sets and like makeup and prosthetics. So I've always been more interested in like
very nice
behind the camera. So,
that's kind of neat. Well, and I didn't even bring up off camera. We talked about the fact that we have to find you a Christmas show because you're in Vancouver. You haven't done a Christmas show yet, but you've done some Halloween ones. You did a Disney Halloween. You were Ghoul Girl.
I was Ghoul Girl. It was awesome.
What was the name of what was the movie or the show?
It's called Under Wraps. It was a remake. It was a 90s movie, I'm pretty sure that they remade. And it was awesome. I was this little like wig and this super old-fashioned dress. It was kind of like a period piece dress. It was awesome. I was in there for like a nice little 2-day shoot. It was great.
See, that's the one you need the costume so you could wear it on Halloween going forward.
Yes. Except the wig, like wearing a wig all day. Oh my gosh, my head was aching by the time I was done.
Because you've got long hair anyway.
Yeah, I got a lot of hair. I got to put up under a wig with long hair. I was like, this is a lot.
Working the neck muscles there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad I remembered to do that because it was a Disney show, which means you're a Disney kid. So now you're connected. Once you're in, you're in.
Oh my goodness. I've reached my goals. I wanted to be a Disney kid, and I
now you're in. Now you just have to sit and wait for the other, because they'll contact you now. They'll be like, we have, she's already in. So.
And I also did when I was 14, I did a Nickelodeon movie. So I also
you're in both.
Yeah. Everything I grew up watching.
What was the Nickelodeon movie?
It was called Escape from Mr. Limoncello's Library.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one. That one's pretty good. Yeah, I watched that with some of our kids when they were growing up. Yeah, that one's pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was so cute. I love how they made reading look cool, because everyone's like, reading, but I feel like I like how they did that.
Yeah. My son that helps me with this podcast, he does all the hard stuff, the editing and stuff, but he's a librarian. So
awesome.
Yeah. So he brings that one up every once in a while because he liked that when he was younger. Nice. Yeah. I'm glad you brought that one up. Also you're in Disney now. That means Marvel is on the table.
Oh my gosh. I could be part of the MCU.
I mean, you've already been technically in kind of a superhero type movie. So you've got some experience. Colossal was a comic booky movie.
Okay.
There's a connection there. A comic book was probably better word for it than superhero. But there's a connection. So you go in and be like, I'm part of the group.
Do I call Marvel, or does Marvel call me?
I think they're going to call you. But, if they take too long, just go ahead and check in.
A
little push. If you got to, if you were in, you got to be a superhero, is there a power that you would want?
Oh my gosh. That is such a hard question. I guess if I could have a superpower, I'd probably pick mind control, maybe, because I could get people and if you're fighting a bad guy, you just mind control them, and then
that'd be a pretty good one. What if we did it back in Victorian times? So you're like a Victorian superhero. That way you could wear the outfits.
Yes. And put it on Disney Channel. So it can be a period piece in Marvel on the Disney Channel. 3 birds.
All right. I think that's a hit.
Yes. I'm writing the script in my mind.
All right. Yeah. You need to get on that. When you get that written, come back. We'll go through that.
I'll make sure you get some creative chops on there. Okay.
Yeah. I just need a special thanks guy on a podcast. Something like that.
Something like that.
Well, Hannah, thank you so much. This has just been a blast. You have to come back later so we can talk about the whole season, without spoiling anything. And maybe, hopefully by then we'll have some news on season 2, and then we can.
Hopefully. Wouldn't that be lovely?
We're going to get it. I think it's a done deal. That show's so good.
Your lips to God's ears.
They might as well renew Chapelwaite too while we're waiting, because I'd like to see some.
I'm actually not. I could just be spreading false information, but I don't know if I heard if Chapelwaite got renewed or not.
I haven't heard either. They left it a little open-ended at the end. There's some possibilities there.
I'd love that for them. I heard that they did, but again, I could just be totally wrong.
Done deal. You said it.
Renew both.
Yeah, renew both. Yeah, we have to have second seasons. That would just be terrific. So a couple of things, Hannah, before you go. Anything else that you're working on that we can kind of keep an eye out for?
Not right now, no. I've been doing.
You're pretty busy.
Yeah, I've been doing school right now, so I have been kind of shifting from acting just for a bit, focus on school. So, but I'll be starting up again soon. So maybe in the future. Yeah,
well, you gotta have something to fall back on.
Definitely.
Just in case. Do you have something in school that you are studying for?
Yeah, I'm studying psychology and criminology.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. That's where the crime podcast come in.
Oh, yeah. That's why when I started the class, I told everybody, I was like, I took this class because I love true crime.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's really good. Okay, so last thing before you go, where can we find you on social media?
So on Instagram, it's just my name, Hannah Cheramy, and then an underscore, and then Twitter is just Hannah Cheramy.
Yeah, I had to go with the underscore for Meisterkhan on Instagram.
Yeah.
I was like, nobody's going to have the name Meisterkhan. And darn if I didn't have to use an underscore.
It's always one person. That one person was my dad, and we can't log into the actual account that says Hannah Cheramy. So,
well, yeah, I think that's what happened with us too. I'm pretty sure it was probably one of us. And it's just an account we can't figure out how to get back into now.
That's always how it goes.
But the underscore is not bad. It makes it unique.
Yeah, exactly. It's like leaving space at the end.
That's right.
Extra flourish.
Well, thank you so much, Hannah. And definitely let's do this again at some point when season 2
hopefully
gets announced. We know it's coming. You're so welcome. Okay, hold on one second. That was a lot of fun. So Hannah Cheramy, really enjoyed that. If you haven't watched her work on From, do yourself a favor and check that out. She is outstanding on the show and just a really good actress. Anything that I've seen her in, she definitely adds to the role. She's just really talented and has done so much for being so young. So it just one of the reasons I think I said that I wanted to watch the show. I loved her on Van Helsing and definitely wanted to check out her work on From. And she's terrific. So do yourself a favor. It's on Epix. I believe it comes out on Sunday nights. We talked on the show, I think episode 9 came out for the app. It may be episode 7 on the actual network, but either way, you can catch up fairly quick. So check that out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in again this week. We don't take that for granted. It means so much. I know there's a lot of things out there that you could be using your time for. We appreciate that you come back to us, and I hope that we're providing good quality guests for you to enjoy. You can watch all 360 or so episodes, audio and video, on our website, meisterkhan.com. If we're doing anything in studio, if we're going on location, if we're doing something remotely, it'll all be on the website, meisterkhan.com. You can also do us a favor. We're working hard to grow the video side of the business. So our YouTube channel, Meisterkhan Pod, if you could subscribe, that would really help us out. And you'll find, I think, tons of people and shows that you enjoy. So definitely check that out, Meisterkhan Pod on YouTube. Thank you guys so much. Until next time. Bye, everybody.